Though the Saxhleel generally choose to live in tribes based around a history, Lilmoth is a merchant town with no true leadership.
Hey, you! Who are you? What are you doing in there?
Inu kal soku hoto grill.
Success? Do not let my lack of dancing and cheering fool you. I am very impressed. I did not think you would secure the clues we need so quickly. How did you fare in there? That is good. Taking a life closes more doors than it opens. A valuable lesson that goes largely unheeded by the Lilmoth Olgel and my Naga cousins. But again, my tongue wanders. We should discuss Famia's lost friends. What did you find? The Blackguards? Kayak. They are a cruel bunch. Mostly tribeless Nagas and dry-skin Ogels. So, the Dragonstar Caravan Company provides spy reports to the Blackguards. Then the Blackguards snatch up the explorers when they stray outside the city walls. It is Deadwater make, but a Deadwater Naga would never give up a weapon willingly. Perhaps the Blackguards tried to abduct Deadwater warriors too. I cannot be sure. I have heard nothing, but the Deadwater tribe never admits weakness. My doubt spine quivers, but there is only one way to find out. I will send word to my Deadwater friend, Jaxic Orn. You should return to Famia. Tell her what we discovered, and encourage her to stay indoors. She will be safer there, I think. A murder in the heart of Lilmoth. Yes, that would be Jaxic Orn, I think. A call or war captain of the Deadwater tribe. Perhaps she came looking for that weapon you recovered. Jaxic and I are good friends. She would never admit it, though. Yes, why would I not be? Things are not so simple here, Biko. Naga warriors kill and kidnap and steal, yes. But we are all children of the root. If the Hist wills it, Jaxic might even kill me eventually. But she will still be my friend. Oh yes, definitely. Like I said, there are no guarantees with the Deadwater tribe. It is like dealing with one of your stray bark dogs, I think. Scratch its chin right, it will listen. Scratch its chin wrong, it will rip out your throat.
You're back. Excellent! Did you find Zukas? Any word on my missing explorers? Blackguards? Oh, those ill-mannered brutes are the worst kind of trouble. I have more unwelcome news. Our companions, Zadaza and Kirsteleth, have also gone missing. Zadaza went to conduct her own investigation. Kirsteleth decided to tag along. Really? I can't imagine that they'd be enthusiastic about helping us, but I suppose Zukas would know best. Before you go, would you mind sharing what you've learned with someone else? Cyrodiilic Collection's primary benefactor is just upstairs. Oh, goodness. I never even mentioned her before, did I? Her name is Cassandra, a wealthy antiquarian of great renown. She's been an invaluable partner, just like you. If you'll just follow me upstairs, I'll... Oh, wait. Here she is now.
So, this is the adventurer you mentioned, Famia. Excellent. Greetings. I am Cassandra. I regret that it's taken me so long to make your acquaintance. Famia told me all about your heroics in the Zanmir. Speaking of heroics, thank you for trying to find our lost explorers. Abducted by blackguards, were they? Very well. I do hope you will exercise caution. The blackguards are not particularly bright, but what they lack in intellect they make up for in brute strength. Our friend Zukas, for all his many virtues, is not a warrior. Yes, I'm familiar with Jaxic Orn, a very proud warrior. Hopefully, not too proud. If we have common cause with the Deadwater tribe, it only makes sense to cooperate. Compromise and collaboration rest at the very heart of all great endeavors. Blackguards. Unwelcome news, isn't it, Whiptail?
I'll handle it. Give me 2 hours.
No. Our new friend has the situation well in hand.
Though the Saxhleel generally choose to live in tribes based around a history.
You have saved many lives by ending Vox's threat. What you did was...
Welcome to my home, Biko. You arrived just in time. I arranged a meeting with my Deadwater friend, Jaxic Orn. She is very proud, so we must use a breeze-light touch. This will be a brief and probably bloody meeting if we do not. Cassandra, yes. You and Famia would have to speak to her, I guess. I am glad she sees the wisdom in talking to the Deadwater tribe. Cassandra has many flaws, but stupidity is not among them. You need me to describe them? She wears her flaws like I wear my feathers. Cassandra is Vexovite. You would say persnickety, I think? Well, you would probably not say that. That is a very stupid word. But you take my meaning. She is very particular. For Cassandra, all the world is a mess. She loves clean angles, good posture, fitting things snug in tiny boxes. It is a very dry way to live, but who am I to judge? She probably thinks I am lazy because I sleep 14 hours a day.
I see their approach. You make me wait too long, Zukas. The Deadwater tribe goes to war with the Blackguards, yes. I hunt one of them even now. But we do not need or want your help. Now, go back to your coast town, Ogel. The swamp will eat you if you do not.
So, it is true. The Blackguards take hostages from the Deadwater tribe as well. As I said, Jaxic is very proud, but she would be a valuable ally if we could convince her to let us help. Too bad she runs away, yes? At least we have a lead. Yes, she said she was hunting a Blackguard even now, right? Did you see how her throat fins spread? How her pupils dilated and her tail stiffened as she turned to leave? Her prey is very, very close. We only need to follow her. We hunt the hunter. Scan the swamp for the bent reeds and broken fronds she leaves in her wake. The trail should eventually lead us to friend Jaxic and the Blackguard she hunts. Simple, I think. Crouch down, Biko. Look for bent stalks, torn leaves, or muddy prints. Should be easy. Jaxic Orn rarely sneaks around danger. She goes through it, always. Approach carefully.
I grind my fangs. Following a Deadwater call is the act of a fool or a maniac. Sojay says fools and maniacs both bleed red. I will repeat myself. Once. I do not need your help. I hunt these blackguards alone. Our business is settled. Leave. The Ogel stands its ground. Brave. Or stupid. A flock of flat-toothed blackguards took refuge in this ravine. They snatched up some of my egg-kin, your allies too, and threw them in cages. Now Sojay and I will hack these grills to pieces. I narrow my eyes. You and the Brightthroat wish to join me on this raid rather than pick the bones when the work is done. Fine. Burn the wagons. Smash their supplies. Kill any that oppose you. When all lies in ashes, we will speak again. Finally, you speak sense. Bare your fangs, Ogel. The hunt begins.
So it's a fight? I fight best from the shadows, Biko. I leave the direct approach to you.
You! Thank Ifray! Please get us out of here!
Run, you mudlegs! Zadazai's done with this place.
So, these dry skins are good for something after all.
I hate this swamp! I'm never coming back!
We need to pillage something before my scales dry out.
Step away, Bright Throat. This one belongs to the Deadwater tribe. This one is known to us Ogel, a blackguard savage who led the raid on our people. Now in our Hist's mighty name, I will hack it dead. If you want to, I roll my eyes. Murder? When you gut a fish, is it murder? No. You only object because this fish walks upright and has a face. The Ogel is an animal, a foolish one. The Deadwater tribe does not suffer animals like this to live. I bare my teeth. A Naga prays for repercussions daily, outsider. Laggards slither about in Deadwater territory often. Too often. Perhaps finding this Ogel in pieces will finally lure them into open combat. Then we will skin them like catfish.
As always, Jaxic's beady Naga eyes see only vengeance and mayhem. I see opportunity. This blackguard is a survivor. Survivors are useful. If she returns to her swordkin with tales of what she witnessed here, it could discourage future attacks. Ha! How quickly Jaxic forgets she is a kidnapper herself. The blackguards do not know the Deadwater tribe as I do. Let this dryskin tell her tale. By sparing one, we terrify 100. An ancient tactic, Biko, but very effective.
These Argonians are crazy! Please! You can't let them kill me! I surrendered! I had nothing to do with the abduction of that lizard's people! I swear it! How in oblivion should I know? Orders came down to watch the captives. I didn't ask why. Maybe I should have, but I've got a daughter at home. If I don't follow orders, she doesn't eat. I had nothing to do with the abductions. I'm telling the truth. Mahara's mercy. You'd let that Naga murder a prisoner. Just let me think. All right. There was an interrogator who grilled a few of the captives. Something about a remnant. Yes, the remnant of Argon. He was asking everyone about it, even the Nagas. Yes, some Argonian relic, maybe? I really have no idea what the remnant is. Word is there's someone with a heavy purse willing to pay out a fortune for any information, but that's all I know. Please don't make my daughter an orphan.
So the blackguards seek the remnant. That is unwelcome news. Even so, killing a single bound prisoner will save no lives. Friend Jaxic thinks it is justice. It is not. Release the blackguard. Spare this one life, and we may save many more. I cannot be sure, but that is no bad thing. Nothing leads to more death than the need for certainty. You cut down many blackguards and laid waste to their operation. Let this dryskin describe it to her friends. Then they will know fear.
Brave, Ogel. But foolish.
Thank you. I'm finished with the blackguards. You have my word.
You made the right decision, Biko. Thank you. So, the Ogels have learned about the remnant of Argon. That is frustrating. Something I cannot discuss, for now. Return to Famia and tell her this. She is a friend to the Saxleal. But the remnant is not some stone cup or golden idol. It is something much greater and more dangerous.
I hiss with fury. How did these Ogel beasts learn about the remnant?
We will find out, Jaxic, provided you do not kill them all.
Strike the wall, and you gain 1 point. Unless it's raining, of course. And then...
You're back! Fabulous! Some of my missing friends already tracked me down, telling tales of a daring, fiery rescue. Marvelous! What happened out there? So the Deadwater tribe helped you after all? What a fascinating development. Between your heroism and Jaxic Orn's raw strength, I'm sure you showed those brutes what for. I hesitate to ask, but what did the blackguards learn about the Remnant? Well then, there's not a moment to lose. We will redouble our efforts. We cannot allow those thugs to claim something as valuable as the Remnant. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We should probably discuss this matter with Cassandra. Oh, no surprise there. Even so, they must understand we only mean to help. Zukas knows my motives are pure, and this Deadwater warrior proved she's willing to collaborate when the situation requires it. We'll win them over. I'm sure of it.
So, you return victorious. You have my most sincere gratitude, and that of the explorers you rescued. Now, as to the blackguards, we should assume that they learned a great deal from our friends and the Deadwater warriors. Wouldn't you agree? Unfortunate. I can tell you as an expert of Argonian archaeology, the idea of one of those ignorant thugs handling such a valuable antiquity makes me very uncomfortable. Did they mention why they seek this thing? I have some experience with wealth. Jangling gold in front of a pack of cutthroats is an act of crude desperation. This person is either a fool or a victim of some obsession. In either case, we cannot let this remnant fall into their hands. We can discuss that in a moment. First, we owe you a significant sum. It's only right that we settle the books on that first. I hope this is sufficient. I assure you, there will be much more if you choose to join us. Once again, you have my thanks. You've done a great deal for us already. I wonder if you're willing to do a bit more? While Famia has proven a steadfast companion, I believe our current predicament requires someone a bit more adroit when things take a turn for the perilous. I do. One of your native companions warned you off of it, didn't they? Believe me, I sympathize. But despite my lifestyle, I'm still an Argonian, one with ample means. Who would I be if I didn't use that wealth to help my people? Yes, you are clearly the best at what you do. I can think of no one more qualified to lead this endeavor. You and Zukas have grown close, correct? He knows a great deal about the Remnant, I'm sure. Please, convince him we only want to help. Thank you for your efforts thus far, and your achievements to come. I have business in Alton Mirhil. Perhaps we can reconvene there once you've made your inquiries with Zukas. It is. I spent the greater part of my youth in Cyrodiil. Taking on Imperial dress, name, and customs made things easier. Of course, it makes things here in Murkmire more complicated. One of my life's many ironies. No, I was hatched in Morrowind. You'll forgive me if I don't elaborate. It was a very difficult time, one best forgotten. As my native eggkin say, best to let it pass. The antiquities market. No surprise there, I'm sure. I know I'm a bit starchy now, but in my youth, I was quite the explorer. I discovered several untouched Ayleid ruins and auctioned their treasures for a tidy sum. Hardly. The Ayleids treated my ancestors very poorly. I prefer to think of this as simple reparations. In any case, my business interests are purely philanthropic now. Like Famia, I only seek to preserve Argonian relics for future generations. It is, in fact. You have a very keen eye. You should know that the crystal was a tremendous discovery. Vaka stones like this one are very difficult to come by. Famia didn't tell you? Vaka stones are mysterious crystals, not unlike the Ayleid Welkid stones. Our ancestors used them to store the raw magicka that falls from the sun, thus their radiant yellow hue. Powerful relics, to be sure. If an opportunity presents itself, perhaps. I suspect that some ancient Argonian relics require Vaka stones to function. No doomsday devices, though, I promise. An item of tremendous historical significance and arcane power. Very little scholarship exists on the subject, but I do know a little. Argonian elders often refer to it as a sacred egg, or Zalthithal. Eggs always contain something, right? Answers. About the Hist, their beginnings, their powers, their intentions. All I know for certain is that it does not contain simple coins or ancient bric-a-brac. The Remnant is a vessel for great power. We must be cautious and well prepared. Whatever is best for the people of Murkmire. I won't act without their consultation if that's what you're worried about. Again, I may be something of an outsider, but I am still an Argonian. This isn't some purely academic matter for me. I honestly couldn't say. Most of that history was beaten out of my exiles by the Dark Elves centuries before I was born. Slavers take great pains to destroy our racial identity, you see. Makes us easier to control, I suppose. You mean, has the Hist spoken to me? I'd prefer not to talk about that right now. A conversation for another time.
I was sad to hear.
So, you're Famia's caretaker, huh? Don't envy you. She's weak. Here in Murkmire, the weak wind up as Wamasu food. Name's Whiptail, Cassandra's bodyguard. Don't need your name. You won't be around long enough. Famia's helpers never are.
Though the Saxhleel generally choose to live in tribes based around a history, Lilmoth is a merchant town with no true leadership.
I must finish this.
The brightest, loudest throats croak your name, Biko. This makes it difficult to sleep, But under the circumstances, I think I can forgive you. That business with the egg tenders was no midday wallow. Now, we have something to discuss, I think. Of course you do. This matter of the remnant, you must understand, it is fragile as a marsh robin's egg. Even so, I trust your heart, and truthfully, we could use the help. Brightthroats are negotiators, not warriors, and war is brewing. All answers lie with the Hist. It is just a matter of hearing what it has to say. Chimemaker Shuvu can help us. Our Hist speaks through the wind, you see. Its words rustle through the boughs, and our chimes sing out its counsel. Poetic, right? Old Shuvu spends his time in the glade of chimes, to the west of the village. In my youth, I would spend all my time listening to the chimes. It is a very good place. If you go there now, I will join you. You will like Chimemaker Shuvu, I think. Very wise and very pleasant. Like one of your gray-muzzled bark dogs. Let's make our way to the glade.
Is that? Little Zukas. Come to visit your old friend in the Glade of Chimes? He is always so busy now. I recall when he stood only as tall as the Kepo grass. And you, Xavier, what can this stiff-legged crafter do for you? Remnant of... My. This is no small question, Zuka's friend. Look around you. Each of these chimes sing out a tangle of melodies, but only one tangle. One chime speaks of eggs and hatching. Another jangles about death and journey's ends. The Ogel is clever, Zukas. Yes, my hands gave birth to every chime you hear. But the remnant, only one chime can sing its truth. One made by sun-blessed hands in an old time. Older than my egg mother's egg mother. A chime as old as our tribe. Locked away, hidden under mud in lost memories. Understand, our egg sires did not want this truth drifting free on the wind. But Zukas trusts you, so I will trust you. Go to the Wither Vault, claim the chime. We will learn its truth together. The Wither Vault is well north of the village.
The path to the remnant bends like an oxbow. Let's find this chime. Leaving the glade always puts rocks in my sandals. Sad, you know. One day the two of us should share some phlegm wine there and just listen. The swamp grows thick here. A far cry from Lilmoth's mud puddles, I think.
Arona? Drula? Where are you two? know you. You borrowed a blessing stone from my construction site in Vivek City and stopped the moonlet from falling out of the sky. Now I feel kind of embarrassed. My current problem isn't anywhere near as important as saving a living god. Verona and her beloved pet Drula went for a walk in the swamp hours ago, and they still haven't returned. My wife can take care of herself, but she's as unfamiliar with this terrain as I am. I fear the worst may have happened. Verona saw some ancient Argonian stonework out in the swamp. She loves to study the techniques of long-dead masons. Use this whistle, and Drula should come running. If you pet him and tell him he's a good boy, he'll lead you directly to Verona. Drula loves that whistle.
Oh, I cannot imagine the Brightthroats ever holding territory here. Very little wind. There it is, just up ahead. This place dries my scales. No good thing comes from stone. Let's make this quick. I fear we will find more than the chime inside this vault. Be careful. The Nahish elders never speak of this place, not even to me. Stay watchful, Biko. I hear something. The chimes. They sing without wind. Just ahead. Kaok, I hate this. Good work, Biko. Let us get back to Brightthroat Village.
Nesting over the vault,
No need to be
soiling the
shy.
chime. My rage quill is in.
Everyone gets the jitters.
Be
This is
calm, old
ridiculous. No one wants to see that.
This is what I'm talking about. How hard is it to boldly strut up to a stranger and express some interest? You get it. If we had more suitors as stiff-spined as you, the ceremony would be well underway. The bonding ritual? Are you not here to witness our most sacred tradition? It's a beautiful, lively affair. Usually. Our guests have not seen fit to join us for the ceremony. Hist knows we have been gracious hosts to the suitors of our neighboring tribes, plying them with feasts and phlegm wine. But now that it's time to renew vows of kinship, their limp is wilting lilies when they should be rising to the occasion. Normally, the Black-Tongue tribe are eager to participate. Many a Brightthroat can call the Black-Tongues their root kin. But the only thing Wakumat has been quick to provide today are excuses. I hope he'll be more forthcoming with you.
The wind welcomes you, Zuka's friend. You have the remnant chime? Please, settle an old lizard's spines. The beast Zukas mentioned, it did not gnaw or shed water on it, right? Hist be praised. Take the chime to the listening tree and hang it there. When you are ready, clutch this prayer stone and focus. If your cause is just, the Hist will answer. If not, I guess we have to find a better place to bury this chime. we seek your guidance and ask the blessing of your song, sap